Hello, Edwin. Welcome once again to my channel. Today, I'm going to tell you guys what you need to know about 189 visa, which is federal nominated skill visa here in Australia. It's a direct a permanent resident visa. What that means, you can stay anywhere in Australia and automatically become a permanent resident. I know people are confused about the process, what visa is all about. So, in this video today, I'm going to go to my PC and show you everything you need to know: the requirement, the eligibility check, and what you are entitled to if you are granted this visa to come live and work in Australia in your nominated occupation. So I'm going to go to my PC, but before I do that, I have to mention that all information I'm giving you today are verified information which you can find on Department of Australia Immigration website. If you need services of immigration lawyer, please do look for one in your country. So join me as I show you the process and what this visa is all about. Thank you so much. Federal sponsored visa. So this visa gives you permanent residence in Australia straight up. So it's being sponsored by the federal government. So I'll be talking about the various options. So if you type visa 189, it's going to bring you to the Australian immigration website where you get all the information you need. Like I said, some of these things are verifiable. You don't necessarily need someone to pay to, to get some of these things explained. As far as you have internet and you have computer, you have mobile phone, you can have access to some of these. So 189 visa, the points tested system, you don't need a sponsor or a nominator. You must be invited to apply, and then you must be under 45 for you to be invited. This visa allows you to stay permanently here in Australia, and it's going to cost you 4,910 Australian dollars. The processing time varies. Yeah, so if we come to this place and let's say we're going for this one, yes, it's about the same thing. So about this visa 189 visa, was this visa, it makes you stay in Australia permanently, work and study in Australia, attend free English language tests, enroll in Australia public health system, sponsor your relative to come to Australia, travel to and from Australia for 5 years. And after 4 years, you can apply to become a permanent resident if you, sorry, you can apply to become a citizen if you meet the requirement. um, yeah, that is it, guys, about this visa. So if we come here and hit eligibility, which is very important, you need to be invited. You need to have positive skills assessment, be under 45 of age. You need to have a minimum score of 65. It's becoming more competitive, bro. Like I said, it's a point-based um visa. So what that means, you need a score, and the minimum you need to have is 65. But the higher, the better, because it's becoming more competitive in recent time. You need to have at least competent English for you to be invited for this visa. And I always say the higher the score, the better. If you have 7 in your IELTS, you're gonna have 10 points. If you have 65 in your PTE, that gives you 10.8, gives you 89, gives you 20, and if you have 79 in PTE, that gives you 20 points. You made a skills assessment, you made the health requirement and all of those. So if you want to know more, all you need to do is just to click details. It gives you detailed information about this visa. So then before you apply, you must submit step by step. Before you apply, you must submit expression of interest, which is known as EOI in your SkillSelect. I've made a video on how you can, express your interest in the SkillSelect website. You need to gather your document because if you're invited, you have to substantiate the claims you have in your expression of interest. So please be factual. Please be truthful to yourself. Yeah, don't just fake things, because at the end of the day, it's going to backfire. Um, After you're invited and you've submitted evidence, you apply for the visa. After you apply, you have to wait for visa outcome. So this is it, fun guys. So it's very fantastic. The year has started, and the federal government has released allocations for 189, 190, 491. So And it's very fantastic for this financial year. It's very promising. There are lots and lot of allocations for the various visas. So the best time for you to start is now. Please go and review your document. Make sure none has expired. Launch your EOI, and then try to also explore other states, the options you have, and see if you'll be invited this financial year. You don't need a sponsor. You don't need an employer. So it's fantastic. It's another way you can come in here. So please, I would advise you to read, explore the options in all the states, and see if you will be among the lucky ones for this financial year. So that's it, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, do have a lovely day. Bye bye. It's Edwin. See ya.